Amandla! Comrades, I won't speak for too long because I have a senior amongst me here, the MEC, and I don't want him to think that I'm applying for his job. We've been speaking about immigration for a long time. Why must it take thugs for us to bring it back to the table? And we refuse to be brought to this discussion by thugs. The first thing government has done in the wake of these xenophobic attacks is to arrest those that are involved in these activities. Those that are involved in these activities, there's a clear message from the security cluster that you must sit behind bars. There's nothing else we can say about it. Because if we intellectualize this problem, we are saying to these people, it's okay for you to attack somebody if you're unemployed. It's okay for you to loot a shop because you don't have a shop. This is not South African law, and we don't support it at all. One of the things I have learned working for the Department of Home Affairs is that South Africa is not isolated from Africa. And no matter what you think, our economic growth is a result of being in Africa, not in spite of it. Most of our tourism activity is coming from Africa. Most of the revenue we generate from tourism is coming from Africa. Most of the people that come into South Africa that are paying our toll gates are coming from Africa. This perception that you must only prize European travelers, only prize American travelers, is something that the Department of Home Affairs does not support at all. I myself am a product of African generosity. I grew up in exile. Not myself, my father was exiled. I was too young to be in exile. Let me just clarify that. I know there's a lot of MKs who are very young too. So I grew up in exile. I spent 7 years in Zambia. The first language I learned to speak was Nyanja. My first black president was Kenneth Kaunda. So to my Zambian brothers here, I say Mulibwanji. Yes. So this is the Department of Home Affairs driving a very clear message to anybody involved in these activities: you are going to go behind bars. There's nothing else to intellectualize. We can have a discussion about immigration policy tomorrow. We can have a discussion about immigration policy for a year from now. But I refuse to do it when people are thinking that striking people is going to lead us to change our immigration policies. The Department of Home Affairs has stakeholder groups which are situated in many communities, and you have the opportunity to engage with these people. Now, there's a difference of views. There are some who think that our laws may be too loose. There might be some who think that we are being too strict. It's fine. Let's have a discussion. But we won't have that discussion on the back of violence. The first thing we're going to do is take the thugs, take the criminals, and put them behind bars. As we speak, over 70 people have been arrested in these xenophobic attacks, and many more are going to be arrested. The security cluster is quite clear on its position on xenophobic attacks. I want to say something else, comrades. You know, there's a representation of South Africa going on out there that all of us are xenophobic. I mean, if you watch E-channels or SABC, you'd believe all South Africans are running around in the streets chasing foreign nationals. This is not reality. These are a few thugs who are giving the rest of us a very bad name. This is South Africa, comrades. You coming here on a Saturday to speak with us, this is South Africa. Us sitting together from different African countries, this is South Africa. You know, there's something they don't tell you, comrades. Africa is the most diverse continent in the world. Most languages, most ethnics, most cultures, one country, one continent. And South Africa is in the top 10 of the most diverse countries in Africa in itself. So this argument that South Africans are intolerant is nonsense. Somebody else is peddling that thing. And I agree with my comrade from YCL. There is something people fear. I mean, I've been getting a lot of calls from broadcasters, British broadcasters, American broadcasters. They want to hear about African violence. They want to hear how the Africans are fighting. This is a story they want to sell to the world, that all of us are running around with machetes and we're chasing each other. This is Africa. They must watch us here. So I reject that notion that they're trying to perpetuate to the rest of the world, that we are barbaric people. We are a diverse nation and we are a tolerant nation. And we accept all members of our African continent into South Africa. We must make a very clear distinction, comrades. Africa is not homogeneous. Just because you've heard that there's terrorists in Kenya doesn't mean all Kenyans are terrorists. Just because you've heard of Boko Haram in Nigeria doesn't mean all Nigerians are part of Boko Haram. Just because there are a few idiots who are running around embarrassing us in South Africa does not mean all South Africans are xenophobic. South Africans are here, black, white, Muslim, Christian. We are here together saying no to xenophobia. Thank you for your time, comrades.